Welcome to the acclaimed podcast, The Deep Dive, featuring your esteemed hosts, Andy Monitor and Drew Dinzik, powered by BetSperts.
Welcome to The Deep Dive. We're talking Bears, Chicago Bears. This is going to be a very fun one, and I feel like it's going to be a annual tradition to divorce your feelings about the Bears from the highs that they produced this prior season to kind of getting a clear-eyed rating on them the next season. Because when it's good, it's so good. And the Ben Johnson experience, I think, will provide long-term gold for Chicago Bears fans. And after a wildly unimpressive rookie campaign, the marriage between Johnson and Caleb Williams almost immediately bore fruit in 2025, excuse me. And it ended with a sequence of plays that were some of the most spectacular and memorable moments of the entire season last year.
Both playoff games were electricity.
Both playoff games were. The one that the Christmas game against the Packers. I mean, we could go on and on, man. The Black Friday game against the Eagles is kind of their, we're here. We're going to be a problem for this next month and a half. It was a really, really fun season to back the Bears game by game. I'm going to go down, I think, swinging as a Ben Johnson stan because his scheme to me is, it has potential to be the best in the NFL once it's all said and done. And I think he's got some interesting pieces to work with here. But that said, when you hit on a rookie, Andy, a lot of times an organization they take some swings, They go get an AJ Brown, They go spend they go spend like a lunatic in the off season. And it didn't really feel like the Bears did that this year.
No, but I didn't hate the offseason. I will say that the too long didn't read version of Bears underperform this year is I don't think they have a plus 22 turnover differential in them again. And winning that many close games is tough to do when you don't. But
that's true.
The counter argument to that is we likely see a continued progression with your young quarterback who took just a massive step forward from getting sacked, I guess. Even if you want to take every other part of his game out and say, hey, he didn't get sacked 70 times. That's really beneficial for keeping the offense on the field. I think it was like 24. It's a massive difference. And part of that was some of the
elite
the acquisitions they made on the offense.
That's
hurt either.
Yeah.
Yes, and Ryan, I get it. Yeah, keep winning every game in impossible fashion.
No, Ryan's making some good comments. Low floor, high ceiling. I think that's absolutely where we're at.
And wide distribution.
Oh yes, no question. And I kind of want to give the organization a little bit of credit for not spending like drunken sailors this offseason. They seem like they kind of pragmatically understand that this is still a work in progress. And I thought trading DJ Moore was nice work. I thought,
especially what you have left after you trade DJ Moore. It's like, oh no, those are mouths you want to feed.
Yeah,
I think that's fine.
Yeah, I think. I don't mean the all-time coup is that you took Ben Johnson from your division rivals.
It really, really is. Like
there's
the fact that he waited a year and then he went and you got to get him. Caleb having 3,900 yards. He didn't throw a lot of interceptions. We mentioned he didn't take he took like 30% the amount of sacks he took the year before. The rushing attack finished high. We saw good run blocking. we saw, I mean, and so much does come back to Ben Johnson. Yeah, they were cardiac kids and they won some weird games and some close games, but win's a win. And you kind of, people weren't writing last season off right away, but I think Bears fans were a little bit realistic at times, knowing like, hey, this is a second-year quarterback who struggled at times. It's a first year with Ben Johnson. We didn't fix everything yet. It'd be fun if we made the playoffs.
If you are, so here's the thing, man. If you were making a devil's bargain, and Devil was like, look, man, I'm not ever going to let you win a Super Bowl, but you can have every season be like what you had last year. With the highs of the entertainment that you got from Thanksgiving.
As a fan, you don't want to. No, nobody's taking that, right?
I don't know, man.
You don't.
Maybe my brain's just too warped because it's been too long since I've been a true fan. But like,
yeah, I know. I think a Super Bowl hit's different.
It was like you weren't ever like. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think Bears fans were. I think
Browns fan.
It's like, no, but it's like what you're saying about the clear-eyed. Like, I think everybody was pretty clear-eyed. Like, hey, this was a flawed team. Hey, our defense kind of sucked. Hey, our offense took a long time to get going in a lot of important games and a lot of important moments. But then, like, I don't know, man. It's something special when you have a team like that and an offense like that and a player like Caleb Williams on the field trying to get you back into a game, and you all of a sudden have like nothing but everybody's operating with pure confidence. Like, he'll find a way. Right. That's the kind of thing that carries over year to year, I think. And I think that's going to help Caleb Williams continue to build. He may ultimately never, kind of reach the point where we're saying he's the best or a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. I wouldn't be surprised. Like he does. No. He has some inconsistencies that he may never really get. He may never really get, to the point where, he's got the flowers.
But then at the same time, like that pass off his back foot,
one person in the entire NFL is making that pass.
Where it's like, I remember in that moment, the pass, the touchdown in the back of the end zone there. I remember in the moment saying, I'm impressed he even got that ball off. And then somebody catches it for a touchdown. Oh God! Like really? Yeah. Like it went that far? Because it felt like he was falling down backwards at the time.
Yeah.
So I mean, he made big improvements. He still has some flaws, but Jesus, like he made some big plays. Ben Johnson brought him a long ways, and yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the offseason moves do here.
For final kind of thought on this, and then we carry on.
Yes.
What he did out of structure was all time
fun. Yeah.
My guess is that someone who is as offensively gifted and visionary as Ben Johnson, once you kind of know you have that out of structure, then you can absolutely kind of take your approach to the next level. I think Ben Johnson's tenure in Detroit carried over to Chicago has taught us one thing very, very obvious. He is going to get you significant step forward in terms of your running efficiency, which overall is just going to make things easier. And if he continues to adapt his passing game and his approach and continues to give Caleb more, options, as far as give Caleb more options to succeed out of structure. Like this offense is just going to continue to get better, in my opinion, and the defense I think could stink out loud, and it might not matter.
Yeah, it's very Minnesota-esque. We just said the same thing. Like except the Minnesota defense should be good, but even if it takes a step back, it's going to be fine. And yes, we're mentioning Declan Doyle. Ben Johnson's going to get so many dudes coaching positions. It is similar to the McVay thing where, hey, this guy's never called plays, or, some of these people will have called plays, but in McVay's system, it's like, this guy was the offensive coordinator for 2 years. He never called plays, but he worked with McVay. Let's make him a head coach tomorrow. That's Kevin O'Connell. I mean, these things don't always not work out, but yes, Declan Doyle was poached quickly. by Baltimore. And Press Taylor is now your offensive coordinator, but of course it's still Ben Johnson calling the plays. Dennis Allen remains as your defensive coordinator. You have a new running backs coach, as last year it was Eric Bieniemy, who hopefully his wife is all right. It was weird seeing him in the news today. And a couple other names on the offensive side of the ball, because there's going to be turnover. That's what happens when you have a successful offensive-minded head coach, as Patrick was kind of joking about. Like, you're going to get a bunch of people jobs. Like, that's what happens. There's going to be some churn on that. So Press Taylor, not a guy I wasn't a big Press Taylor guy, I guess, but
real quick on autopsy thoughts. You finished 11-6. You win your division at a huge price. It was at that I feel like in season you could have gotten even a bigger number than preseason, because it was not how you started, it was how you finished. You were 4-3 at one point after getting pretty convincingly beaten by the Ravens week 8, and then put together your best stretch of the season, culminating with your Christmas Eve-ish or Saturday before Christmas win against the Packers. Back-to-back losses. And oh, god damn it, I forgot about this game. The fucking Sunday night game against the Niners, 42-38. Do you remember that? That was like when you're like, oh yeah, no, they're cooking offensively, but this defense is a problem. And it felt like the Niners were like, okay, I guess we just have to score a touchdown every time we have the ball. We're going to lose this game. But yeah, lost to the Niners, lost to the Lions in back-to-back weeks to end the season. Did not matter. You still won the North. And then, amazing wins in the amazing win in the playoffs against the Packers. Very, very, very close to beating the Rams, losing in overtime. You exceeded your Pythagorean win by 2. 11-6 was 2 wins better than expected. That is one of the bigger numbers across the NFL. Does tend to regress, as does the turnover margin, which you already mentioned. I think it was fun as hell betting on this team, though, last year. They did not get market respect anywhere close to what they were due until way too late. It's fun.
Are we live betting against them week 1? Is that a couple years in a row now they've had a shitty week 1? I'm going to have to go look at 2024.
Who, the Bears?
Yeah. I'm going to have to try.
No, week 1 of 2024. I'm going to give you a clue. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
It was the Will Levis game.
Yeah, shit. I'm thinking of the Washington
They
game.
won 24-17.
I was thinking of the Washington game from 2 years ago. We had the strange ending, but yeah, the collapse against Minnesota was something. And then they did get demolished in week 2. Ryan Price was probably pretty big then, and we'll get into some of the changes on this roster.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we've already talked about DJ Moore, as we talked about Buffalo. He had like 650 yards last year. There's a lot of mouths to feed. And you got a Dunze, Burden, Loveland. As I said, I kind of want to feed those mouths. So you traded him away. And then I think Bradbury was a trade. Yes, that was for a 5th rounder. You brought in Garrett Bradbury, former Viking, as similar, a lot of the similarities to the Vikings. Your center retired, Drew Dahlman.
Do you like Bradbury?
No, I do not.
Do you think Ben Johnson can witchcraft him into being a good run blocker?
I hope so. He's
okay. My grade for him was bad.
He's below average. He's definitely graded below average.
Dahlman leaving was weird.
Devin Bush, how you feeling about that? Kind of like it.
Good. It's good. Probably best player on that part of your defense.
He had a hell of a year last year. He had 125 tackles. He's a damn good linebacker as far as run and coverage, so you can kind of do both. Kobe Bryant, free agent from Seattle, new safety on the back end.
Kobe with the C.
He was highly graded as far as safeties go. And I think safeties are hard to grade because so many teams use them differently, but I still think he was a very good player. Jedrick Wills into your left tackle competition with the Braxton Jones versus
Braxton Jones not losing that battle, is
Kieran. Maybe there's like 4 names they're kind of spinner. I do think Braxton Jones has a clear leg up, but they're saying this might be a competition. And then you went and got a couple other players in Khalif Raymond, who maybe more of a return guy, Cam Lewis in the secondary, and Jack Sanborn back after a year in Dallas.
It's a lot of depth pieces. None of those guys move the needle, I don't think.
No, and we mentioned Dahlman retiring the center. Kevin Byard and Jacon Brisker, your two starting safeties, are gone in free agency. Tremaine Edmonds was a cap casualty release. That's fine. You brought Bush in. And then quiet one, as I joked about with Minnesota, you let your long snapper walk. So we have a camp battle between UDFA Bo Gardner, who is the Patrick Manley Award winner. You know what that award is?
Obviously.
Yeah. The best long snapper. Do you know who Patrick Manley is?
He was really famous long snapper.
For the Bears for 15 years.
There's legacy. There's legacy at stake.
There's a little bit of legacy. And fun fact, Patrick Manley married Tommy John's daughter. That Tommy
what?
John. I was on his Wikipedia page and I ran into some weird stuff. Because I'm like, I think this guy played for the Bears. Either way, long snapper.
Absolutely. I will absolutely throw my support behind Bo Gardner, the Manley Award winner, because I've never been a Luke Elkin guy.
No. Draft class. Dylan Tieneman? Is that how we're saying it? Didn't watch a lot of Oregon football. A lot of people had him mocked a little higher than this. He slid. He's a pretty quick, I think 4.35 at the combine. You have and a lot of people comped him to Kevin Byard, which is very funny. So he's starting next to Kobe Bryant. Probably immediately you drafted a center, the Remington Trophy winner, Logan Jones. They only draft trophy winners here. And he's an Iowegian. He went to Iowa. He's a Hawkeye. You can't go wrong with a Big Ten lineman. So
I don't hate him beating Bradbury up.
Yeah, I was going to say, it might be him over Bradbury. We'll see once camp starts. You drafted more of a pass blocking tight end in the third round. And then Xavier Thomas, who's a very fun player. And God, we're at 4.28 speed. Probably not going to crack the wide receiver core because of the good wide receivers, but he has a good shot to be your both return spots as a rookie here. And a little more depth after that. Another cornerback in Malik Muhammad from Texas, and then a couple depth pieces in the defensive in the fifth round there. So some draft pieces that are going to matter this year.
Yeah. Once again, Ryan on it. He is correct about the buy the dip on the Bears. It was after the collapse blowout combo. Week 3, you could have got him for the bargain basement price of 35-1 to win the NFC North. Let's shop more aggressively.
How much,
week 3?
What if I did Magic 8 Ball and I said, I'll give you 50-1, but I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to give you one piece of information. They win 11 games. You still take the bet because it's such a long
50 is a big number.
50-1.
I'll find my way out of this somehow.
I'll find my way out of this, but still, like 11-1. I'm thinking, well, I have to hedge this at some point because that's not happening.
Yeah, so I mean, even after their week 8 loss to the Ravens at 4-3, you could have got 22-1. Like that was it took a long. I kind of remember the correctly. Like it took a long time for the market to give these guys an iota of respect. And yes, Patrick, we are.
Woof.
That was, and I didn't even care if they won. I just wanted them to cover, and they did not. All right, man. I give their offseason a very, I guess here's the thing.
What didn't they get in the offseason that they could have used defensively? Well, I mean, you said, it's the correct position because that's where, I do think Grady Jarrett is how old? You got Austin Booker in a rotation on one side. Montez Sweat is basically, he's doing a lot of the lifting.
If we had been hanging out together,
getting an edge rusher would have been.
If we had been hanging out together and the Garrett news broke, and you had been like, "Whoa, Myles Garrett just got traded." Like, what team do you think he's going to? I don't think the Rams would have been my top 20 guesses. Bears probably would have been my first guess. Because that's like where you are right now. You got a quarterback you're going to build around on a rookie deal. Like Caleb Williams healthy is making every single start on his first 5 years under contract for you. No question. You got a coach, can do things. You got Dennis Allen actually helped get a lot more out of your defense than he deserved to last year. Go get him a pass rusher, right? Like help make things a little bit easier for you. And they didn't. And maybe they're not done yet, right? Like if there's again, like there very well could be a move where they pick a veteran off the pile who can contribute at the pass rush, but it feels like going to war with this cast of characters opposite Montez Sweat is a mistake.
Ratings 2025/2020. Actually, let's do 2026 power ratings for the Bears.
Do you want to read an ad in the meantime?
We can. You know what? These previews are brought to you by Circus Sports and the Circus Sports Survivor, Circus Sports Millions, and Circus Sports Grandissimo. If you got a bunch of money and you want to turn it into a bunch more money, the contests are a lot of fun. Obviously, you know what Survivor is. Pick 'em. It's pretty easy. You pick 5 games against the spread every week and just try to hit like 65% and you'll win the contest. It's that easy. It was crazy. We hung out with the guy who holds the all-time record for circa contest accuracy.
A couple times. Yeah.
70% he hit when he won it. He owns a
Derbify, right?
Shout out Derbify, because that is, I was starting to add mine up. I'm like, I bet it was close. And I looked, I was like 63. Like, oh, Jesus, I need to win like 4 more games. It's like a whole nother week. So, enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. We'll be out there in 2 weeks for Bet Bash. We'll be out there in 4 weeks for sign up weekend. We'll be doing a live show from Radio Row.
That's actually 5 weeks away.
Sure.
There's 2 weeks in between Bash and sign up.
Okay. I don't know.
I don't want to give people. Yeah, don't go out 2 weeks. Don't go out unless you want to. I mean, there's probably some fun stuff going on.
Let's get exact dates. Bet Bash, I will be out the 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
You will not miss me if you come out August 6th or 7th. You will see me. You will not miss me if you come out August 27th or 28th.
Yeah. All right. And then 27th, 28th, 29th.
And sign up for the contest.
Weekend.
Yeah. All right, man. Ratings was tricky because again, like I kind of expected that I was going to be market like low on Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson coming into this year, but the entire universe was still a little bit like, let's see him do it again. Do you get that with?
That's kind of where I'm at. I wanted to start low.
Okay. Where'd you start?
I am at 4.6 for my QB rating, and it feels terrible because I love Ben Johnson. I bet on him to be coach of the year. I thought he deserved to be coach of the year.
Dude, he absolutely deserved to be coach of the year. He was coach of the year in our hearts, I guess.
He really was.
Absolute atrocity. It was a clear 2-man race between Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen that Mike Vrabel somehow won.
There are some advanced stats, not even that advanced, but it's just like Caleb Williams completion percentage over expected. I'm like, not great, Bob. He hit some big plays to kind of hide some of the stuff. And I think he got so much of the steam, the windfall, whatever we want to call it, the hype behind Caleb Williams is that he was so dog shit in 2024. And he got sacked 68 times.
That's actually dragging my number down pretty meaningfully.
By comparison, last year looked so good, whereas some of the stats are very middle of the pack or below, like CPOE, completion percentage over expected. Where do you think he rates out of the 30 quarterbacks we got over at Running Backs Don't Matter?
27. Really? 29th?
He's ahead of one Michael Penis. That's it.
A completion percentage over expected. So that's taking account of the fact that he was throwing very difficult passes pretty regularly.
I mean,
so was the intermediate stuff that he just wasn't doing well?
The expected means, hey, if you throw a hard pass,
Yeah, you don't
it's
get
not going to
penalized
get completed
for it.
much. So yeah, you're not getting penalized. It means you're missing. Usually, it means you're missing the easy stuff. You're missing the intermediate stuff. He was, again, for success rate.
You know what a big problem was, Andy?
Success rate. He was 24.
You know what a huge problem was?
Yes.
DJ Moore quit on like 40 routes.
I didn't have time to sort out the DJ Moore forgot how to catch a ball, and
he quit on so many routes.
I'm starting low, I'm tempering my expectations, but yeah, this can quickly become a 6, even higher.
Yeah, he wasn't a very efficient quarterback, and if you're gonna rate quarterbacks through the lens of efficiency, then you're not gonna have Caleb Williams higher than half the quarterbacks who are playing right now. He does get the Ben Johnson bump from me, so I am going to start this season with the combined QBOC rating at 6.3. Skill position group for me, pretty high. It is notable that Roma Dunze's foot's never going to be the same, but no. They got a player in Cortland Loveland, Colston Loveland, who came on like an absolute freight train, and quietly Luther Burden might be wide receiver 1 on this team, because when he flashed with authority. You know who I think
is wide receiver 1 in this team?
Who?
Colston Loveland.
Loveland. By the end of the year,
he's so good. But yeah, Dunze. So I went with a 6.1 for skill. Another one where I think I'm starting low because of trying to figure out the new ratio of who's getting the ball. And we'll see if Loveland hits a bit of a second year wall here, because is that sustainable? If it is, start giving him, just, hey, you're the all-pro tight end every year now, and that means with Bowers and some of these other tight ends in the league, you're the best. Yeah. But the Swift,
there's 100%. Like there's 100%. Yeah. I like them. I'm fine. I would like to see Monangai take that over and Swift to be kind of quietly phased into a smaller role. But he was fine last year.
Well, that's the thing. Swift not having to be a bell cow. It's
nice.
It's a good. Nice. It's not an amazing running back room, but it's very much above average, and I like the split.
I don't know if
a stress fracture in the foot worries me a little.
Yeah, I don't love that.
He had the dropsies a little here and there, and I kind of docked him for that. But otherwise, it's a very good skill room.
Yeah, I'm at 7.2. Did I already say that?
I don't know.
I don't know if I did either. But
goldfish memory.
There's 1,000,000%. What do you call it? Like an NFL daily type of segment. Halfway through the season, where it's like, if you don't have one of these tight ends, then your offense is just not any good. And Colston Loveland is one of those guys that's going to make people think that way. There's a whole raft of really good young guys. Go ahead.
I'm at 5.5 for QBOC.
You said 4 point something.
I know. I redid it this morning. I'm sorry.
You did a little soul searching. You're I got to be above the Mendoza.
I looked at it, and I started to dig into how I did things. I'm like, how much of this is OC? And should that be the same for every team? And I finally decided now I'm manually adjusting this up for Ben. So I'm still lower than you, but I'm at a 5.5. Skill, I'm still at 6.1.
Okay. For offensive line, I'm at 6.8 for this group. Bradbury's the only question mark I have. They had the protector of the year last year in Thuney. Thuney gets a good grade for me. Braxton Jones, I think, is fine and will win the left tackle position. Darnell Wright is one of the best young tackles in the game, not named Penei Sewell. And then, Jonah Jackson can play, but I don't have a especially rosy grade for him. Bradbury, I have a pretty serious minus, but it's the center, so doesn't really count as much in the composite for me.
Yeah, just what we saw last year when they were healthy and what they did for the run game. The Bradbury thing is probably not. I started at 7.5 here, just based off a lot of last year's stuff, because you have two guys who might be the best at their position in the league. I don't know that we can actually ever say that about right tackle with the right tackle that lives in Detroit, but it's close enough where I have two incredible pluses on this line. Okay. The Bradbury thing knocks it down. We'll see. Maybe it is the rookie. But yeah, Braxton Jones, fine. Jonah Jackson, I have is hopefully a bounce back. I think he can play. Obviously, we've seen it. He can be above average. So the real question mark is, Garrett Bradbury was highly drafted. Does he maybe come in, take this job? The rookie has to.
I've seen some places that graded him okay for last year.
Well, and the other thing is just playing next to Joe Thuney, and then
does
suddenly
that help you look better?
Is Garrett Bradbury like above average now? And then in 3 years he goes somewhere else because he's playing next to Thuney and he's just dog shit again.
So. There was effectively consensus across everyone who rates offensive
Darnell
line
Wright's so good, man.
That this is a top 4 unit. They're going to be top 4 for you with that kind of number. I bet they will probably. Right?
Who's the Packers right tackle?
Dude, the Packers offensive line is a startlingly low grade. I have Zach Tom right tackle, and he's the only guy that's a plus for me for that group. Zach Tom?
Zach Tom is good.
He's the only plus. The rest of that line stinks.
It's funny. I'm just kind of thinking about the division because Brian O'Neill's very good. Like,
oh, sure.
Zach Tom is a plus at right tackle, and he's dog shit compared to the other. Like, he's so clearly your best right tackle.
Did you hear they're moving Penei Sewell to left though?
I get. Oh, he'll always be a right tackle in my heart. Okay, we will move. Fine. Yes. Now I'm willing to move. Darnell Wright is the best.
Right now, the Detroit right tackle is a guy named Blake Miller, who has taken 0 NFL snaps. So who? Okay, well,
we're gonna put him behind Tom for now. All right, where are you at defensively?
Oh God, not good.
This is tough. This is tough to do.
Yeah, this is not good. I am at 28th in the NFL with a 37th percentile defense, largely because my coverage number is very low. For run stop, I'm at 4.2. For pass rush, I'm at 4. For coverage, I'm at 2.9. So expecting this team to be thrown on. I mean, Tyreek Stevenson is your left quarterback, CB1.
I don't hate
that can't be good, right?
He just got
one press. He just had the one mental error. That was it, right?
It's not great. The pass rush, I'm more worried about the pass rush than anything, honestly.
Jalen Johnson can play, but can he stay on the field? I doubt it.
Yeah, we'll pull this up. So I'm lower than you on pass rush. I'm lower than you on run stop. My coverage number comes out to a 4.9, and that's another one where it's like, once I saw yours, I'm like, oh God, well, am I that high on Jalen Johnson? Am I that high on Kobe Bryant?
When you take the turnovers away from their defense from last year,
it's tough.
It was pretty bad.
I can't go in. So what I did a little of that, and I can't in good faith say it'll be a middle of the pack team for turnover. I still think there'll be a plus.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know that you go from plus 22 to like -1. I don't think it's a good defense. I still think there'll be, ball hawks, I guess, in the secondary. But the takeaways probably are unsustainable, and that's why this number is a little high. Jalen Johnson fully healthy. The groin stuff really affected him. I have a good grade on Bryant. I think I have a good grade on the young safety coming in from college. The rest of it is, and again, I'm below average. 4.9 is much higher than you, but it's still saying this is a below average secondary, and this is a defense that I have obviously kind of similar to you. It's in the 30s. My run stop is even lower than you at this point. With
really, but Devin Bush can help that. I think that if I was using it just last year, it would be lower. But I'm expecting some improvement there.
A lot of it was Jarrett had bad numbers.
Yeah, I'm not a Garrett guy.
And I don't think
Jarrett.
I don't think he's suddenly turning it around at his age.
The two problems with this team are Garrett and Jarrett. No, there's a lot of problems on the defense. Dennis Allen got more out of some of the parts last year, and they were bad. I don't know what else to say. When you remove turnovers from the equation, their drop back EPA allowed, Andy, was 0.3 per drop back. That is basically saying they made every quarterback they played look like Josh Allen.
So Can't win the big one against the Bears.
It's a hard way to make a living.
Sorry, Josh. Yeah, Gordon, nickel, possibly this rookie Muhammad from Texas pushing Stevenson for the spot opposite Jalen Johnson, Kobe Bryant, and Tiedemann. As your safeties, Edwards and Devin Bush with the green dot. And then, we talked about the edge being a lot of sweat. And then, Booker rotating with Odin, Odea Ingbo, Grady Jarrett probably declining. Gervon Dexter Jr. can't stop the run either. They're going to be very susceptible to the run up the middle, and Bush is going to have to clean up a lot. He might have 150 tackles.
Ooh, is that a market?
I honestly, I just thought I should go talk to Noonan about that after
see what his number,
and see what his stuffs are. His stuff is on that. My special teams is 4.9. Yours is 7. That's such a small part of the grade. I don't know if we need to sit and argue special teams.
I don't know why mine is so high. I think it must have been where we just ended last year. 4.7.
Santos was good on kickoffs, gross kickoff coverage. Other than that, it was the 18th ranked special.
They deserve a 7, Andy.
18th ranked.
Don't you remember
DVOA?
Do you not remember when Santos was literally putting English on his kicks in the wind to get him through?
Good. He's good at kickoffs.
No, forget kickoffs. I'm talking about field goal attempts. You remember when he was putting English on his field goal attempts and like specifically aiming them away so that the wind would blow them through the uprights? Like that was some serious high degree of difficulty shit. That was awesome. Yeah.
And this is interesting too, Ryan. The thing is, the thing that will save the run defense, teams will have so much success passing.
Why? You don't even need to run.
I do worry about that. And that's another reason where I never like to take a season-long over on yardage because it just there's such a high risk of he's going to miss 5 games with a high ankle sprain and your bet lost.
Yes.
But I think Caleb is going to absolutely, if he stays healthy, finally be the 4,000 yard thrower for the Bears, because this defense is going to be an issue, and they're going to be playing catch up a bunch in games, and it's probably going to be a fun team like last year where games are going to come down to it because hey, can Caleb do it late? Because this defense certainly can't, and if they certainly should regress in the takeaway market. Not being the number one takeaway ratio, giveaway takeaway at plus 22. If the defense isn't contributing like they were last year, it's going to fall heavily on Ben and Caleb, and I think Caleb's going to have to sling it a lot.
I mean, it could make the argument the other direction though, which is if they're in a positive game state, they play keep away, keep that defense off the field. Like they could very, very. This might not be a team that we're trying to bet overs, right?
It's interesting.
Like this might be an Andy Reid special where if this team has a lead at halftime, the second half under is like golden.
I just worry about them having leads at halftime. That means they got three good defensive drives. Let's look at this schedule. So we both have them as about a +2.
So in a game where they have 2 fumbles in the first half and they're up by 21-7 at halftime.
That's an under.
Second half under.
They got good. Yeah, they got good enough run blocking and very much get the right run scheme for it. So, all right, the Bears schedule starts on the road.
It's a good schedule for a first place schedule. This looks favorable to me.
You do play a lot of tough teams. You mentioned, you're in the NFC North, so you got to play Green Bay, you got to play Minnesota, you got to play Detroit. You also have Buffalo on the schedule. You have Seattle on the schedule. You have New England. You play who was in the? Do we have the Rams here? Is that the only team?
No, they play Seattle, not the Rams.
They play Seattle. I mean, basically. Here's all the teams that made the playoffs besides the Rams last year. You played Jacksonville at home.
They don't play the Niners either. So Niners and
Rams. You don't end up with most of.
Yeah, but you know what I like better than dodging the Niners and the Rams, Andy? I like dodging the Seahawks and the Rams, which is what the Vikings did.
Yeah.
So, and I don't think I don't think the Packers have to play the Rams. The Lions don't have to play. They get to play the Cardinals. That's why everybody's like kind of blowing the Lions right now. Like just with who they match up against, like they got some much softer fourth place schedule bump than the other teams did. That said, this is not a bad schedule. They start out with a Carolina team who's already hurt. Minnesota and at home, interestingly, is a 1 p.m. start, so you don't necessarily get to exercise your cold weather advantage against the Minnesota Vikings. Really fun Monday Night Football, week 3 against Philly. Excited for that one. You matched up brilliantly against Philly last year. Ben Johnson does seem to have whatever it takes to kind of, spin Fangio a little bit, which is pretty interesting. You could very well be looking at, a pretty favorable win-loss onto your bye week 10.
If you look at 2025 win percentage, which is by far not the best way to look at things, I do think it's the toughest schedule.
Really?
If you add up, I'm going to double check this. I have this written down. The combined win percentage from 2025 on all these teams is like 550.
I have this as the third toughest schedule if you add my ratings for every
That's
team.
the thing. You should really use, numbers that you're forward-facing numbers like that. Either way, I don't think there's any argument that even at the end of the season with some surprises, it's probably going to be a top 10 toughest schedule just based off you're playing your division and some of the high-end teams you play. Triple dipper on week 7, 8, 9 into the bye, Thursday Night Football, Monday Night Football. That's kind of nice playing I think that's the toughest game of the year. Maybe that or in Buffalo, but at Seattle, you get extra rest. You go from Thursday to Monday, so you get extra time to prepare for the champs. That's still
sick.
A huge ask to get that done. And then a short week at home versus Tampa, and then you take your bye.
Oh, this is such a good schedule. These games are going to be so good.
I guess if I was going to speak as a neutral, I'm going to be pretty pissed if this team sucks because because we got to watch them on Thanksgiving. We got to watch them on Christmas. We got to watch them on the Saturday before Christmas because they have the Christmas game. And then Christmas Day in Soldier Field, not in Gary, Indiana yet. Packers come to town Christmas, oldest rivalry, really
1 p.m.
banger.
kickoff. Yeah.
That's fun. Hopefully it snows. And then, but it's a weird one. You go Green Bay, Detroit, Minnesota. You got all your division games, half of them right at the end there.
Extra rest, though, before you play Detroit.
A lot of leverage right at the end there.
Yeah, a lot. You're right. You're absolutely right. God damn. That Thursday Night Football game, I haven't looked at the full Thursday Night Football schedule, but Chicago, New England's got to be the best game on there, right? Williams versus Drake May is pretty freaking electric.
Who were the Cowboys playing? Was it the Giants?
I think. Oh, you're talking about on Thanksgiving?
Yeah. You're talking Christmas.
No, I'm talking about just the generic TNF, the Amazon Prime TNF.
Yeah,
schedule.
yeah.
My guess is Chicago got to be the best game. Little Super Bowl 20? No, 25, 30. What Super Bowl was it with the refrigerator? William Refrigerator Perry.
1985 would have been Super Bowl 18.
20. I think it was 20. It was a big one. It was a round number. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's say it's 20. Bodzilla is confirming 20. But yeah, it's
They weren't there to cause no trouble. They weren't there to cause no trouble. What was the score in that game, Drew?
42-10.
Load up to a little. I think it was 55. I think it was 55-10.
Was it?
Tony Eason didn't have it that day.
Did not. No. Anyway, this is going to be a super entertaining schedule. I think the schedule makers got the message that the Bears are entertaining. They get a lot of extra rest across their schedule this year, which is interesting. They get a lot of favorable travel. Only difficult travel spot is that Seattle Monday Night Football game, but you got the extra rest for that, so that's cool. It was 46-10 on Super Bowl Sunday when Refrigerator Perry scored a touchdown, but Walter Payton did not. But no, the all of these matchups are just awesome. I'm excited for all of them. I'll even watch Chicago versus the Jets. I don't care. Chicago defense might make the Jets offense look good that day. That'd be a fun one.
Really quick, and we haven't talked about these teams yet, so don't spoil anything. Which of the 4 NFC North teams are you least excited to watch? If it was just, hey, you can only watch the games from one of these teams this year.
And if NFC North, you said?
NFC North.
Green Bay by margin.
I think that's correct. Even though I think they're going to be a good team, but the Bears have are we Ben Johnson? We're Ben Johnson pilled, obviously.
Oh, definitely, no question.
I think we're just
that
very much, we're just very much excited about the possibilities between what KOC can do with a viable quarterback, what Ben Johnson can do in year 2 here with Caleb Williams year 3. It's there's a runway to the top, and it is similar to, even though they had a good coordinator 2 years ago in Minnesota, that was not a good defense. It wasn't great at times. I mean, Flores got a lot out of them, but I think that is your ceiling. The same kind of thing we talk about with the Darnold year, where it's like, hey, we're just getting so much out of this offense that we're going to win. We're going to win games because this defense, I really struggled to see a world where this defense is
50th percentile.
Neutral. Yeah, neutral or better, because
if they have plus 30 turnover again, then but
I just don't think you can do it with that front 7, and then you are relying on some young players and Tyreek Stevenson maybe.
Vodzilla is making a very fair point. 2 other Thursday night football games worth watching: Bills Stadium opening versus Detroit week 2. KC Rams, a throwback of the Goff Pat Mahomes classic that was over 100 points. So yeah, the moral of the story: Amazon Prime got some good games. Teach the bartender at your local watering hole how to find Amazon Prime.
Mine has gotten good at it.
Okay.
It's funny. It's like him just logging into his putting one letter at a time in the remote.
I'm just gonna aircast this from my phone. Yeah. All right. Let's get serious about a couple things. So, I don't even remember if we said it out loud. So if you weren't watching the YouTube stream, shame on you. Watch the YouTube stream. But I was a +2 for the Bears as far as my neutral rating. You were a +2.2. Is that right?
Yeah.
We are both over market on this team. The market rating for the Bears right now is 1.71. And much like the Vikings, I think there's a world where a month of data tells us this Bears offense is top 5. Who cares how bad the defense is? What are some of the things you're going to be specifically looking at as you're watching Bears film, as you're watching, kind of crunching the numbers for these guys? Like, what's going to kind of take you from a 5.5 and change to like a Brock Purdy, Kyle Shanahan kind of number, right? Because like, in what universe is Ben Johnson with a talent like Caleb Williams not getting a Shanahan Purdy number?
Yeah, I think it is the usage on the receivers, what they're doing with the run game, the scheme, the sequencing, how much he's getting out of these 3 receivers that I all think, we all think they're pretty damn good, especially, a tight end that can just do it all. And then Caleb himself, if he can clean up some of the accuracy and not just have to wow us with hey, he completed a ball that should never be completed, but he also missed another swing pass, or he missed another 10-yard out. Like making the easy stuff happen. I'm not going to even entertain a world where it's like, hey, I'm looking for this defense to really impress me.
No.
Just not on my list.
If they impress, I'm going to assume it's fluky, and it's actually more of a signal that the offense they were playing is dog shit. It is that they're good. Yeah.
Bradbury playing up next to Thuney helps. If we see an instant like, hey, he's all right. Like, it's after Smalls catches the ball. All right, he could play. He's all right. I don't know what else. It's a lot of it is just Caleb improving a little
growing.
more.
Yeah.
Growing it. And you got to remember, I almost want to throw out year one for him.
Dude, for sure. Well, no, here's the other thing is that like I think it's worth. I guess in the world of qualitative intangibles at this point, which we don't really lean on very often, but I think you have to a bit. The fact that Caleb Williams did start the season last year so poorly and then bounced back to have a really good year means something, right? Like if things are not going well for whatever reason for him this year, right? He's taken a step back. It's a junior slump, not a sophomore slump, obviously, because last year was his sophomore breakout. But
I'm calling it
you're calling a sophomore slump anyway.
I'm redacting the 24th season. It's gone from the records.
Okay.
Black marker.
Okay. He took a step backwards from his junior breakout at USC to his senior campaign. And he's a weird guy where he draws like this absolute lightning rod of attention. And like a lot of people want to jump in with some opinions. And sometimes it's tough to like, kind of not listen to the, cacophony of opinion havers, especially in a city like Chicago where all the focus is on the Bears. So, I mean, I guess, there's definitely some, I'm not worried about that, but I will be monitoring that surely. And if right now the Bears are my 7th rated offense heading into the NFL. And the reason that I'm that high on them is because I love Ben Johnson and because he was on the cover of Madden. I didn't know that. I love Ben Johnson, and I think the outer structure stuff that Caleb does is something that you can't teach. Right.
I think exactly. If he can get the in structure stuff cleaned up, then he still has that panache.
Yeah, it could be just freaking awesome. And if I give them my QBOC number that I have for say Purdy and Shanahan, then Chicago is my second best offense.
Shanahan's not even coaching, dude.
I assume he will be by the time we get to that regular season, right?
Hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. He got concussed though, right? He's in blue tent.
He sounded like
Protocol.
He got pretty dinged up. Kudos to the media who knew about it because that was absolutely under wraps.
What happened?
I think this accident happened a little while ago.
Yeah, no,
they kept it under wraps.
How did that
I don't know. Like that's kind of amazing.
Just everybody's on vacation and not, or like
nobody was covering it.
Nobody was covering it. Nobody was worried that he was going to die, but they didn't. We were like, it's this.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
All right. Any bets you want to make on the Bears?
Okay. Oh yeah, Forrester is fired up. You had that tweet, and I was like, no way, that's the guy. But I knew you wouldn't tweet it unless you knew it was the guy. I can't believe that.
It was the guy.
I know. I knew you wouldn't say. I knew you would have tweeted unless you knew, which made me be like, that. No, what? How the hell? Anyway, final thoughts on the Bears. This could be top 2 offense is their ceiling. Bottom 2 defense is their floor. They could be 9-8 or 8-9. They could be 5-11. Sorry, 5-12, 12-5. Anything in between would not surprise me. This is a high variance team. You want to prey on that variance, however you take advantage of it. I hope they're entertaining. I hope they win games, even if they are 5-10 heading into that home stretch. I will watch those games and be entertained because it's a great product what they're putting out there on the field offensively. And yeah, I hope this continues to build and they're part of the playoff mix, even if it's ultimately not a team as rostered that I think has a chance to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you're gonna run into some. I just don't think you could beat the Rams in the playoffs. How many points would you have to score to beat the Rams?
43.
I mean, yeah. How many times do the Rams have the ball? So it's
6.
That variable times 7 plus 1. That's
43. I say 43.
They might just score every time. If I'm the Rams, I'm going for 2. Stop.
You know how?
I can dare you. That's such a bad match. I mean, even Seattle.
Last time I looked, you have Jervon Dexter Sr. on the field, so I think we're going to go for 2 here. All right.
You know what? We're putting Myles Garrett in the backfield just because it's funny.
William Refrigerator Perry style. Refrigerator Perry style.
Ryan, this is how you win. Yeah, you have to have that game at home. That's how you win that game.
Sure.
You in SoFi, you are a 10-point dog.
What was the weather in the Niners Bears game? Week 17 last year.
Wasn't it kind of shitty? Windy?
I think it was kind of shitty.
I think it was like windy.
I'm blanking. I think it was played in the wind and rain. It was at Niners.
So if I have them as a 2 and I have the Rams at like a 7, that's 5-3. We'll give them extra home field. I guess I'd make the Rams like 7.5 point favorites at home against the Bears. But the Bears number probably comes up between then. So we'll make them Rams minus 6.5 at SoFi.
I know, but I thought it was windy in that game. It might have been. Actually,
and there was electrical currents.
PFR says 3 and it was 5 and 5 mile an hour wind, so maybe not. But whatever the case is, you know how many points the Bears needed to win that day, Andy?
How many?
43, and they only got 38. So they were on the losing end there. Didn't they turn Purdy over a couple of times too, and it didn't matter? Now I'm blanking. They picked Purdy off. They didn't force a fumble. All right. Well, excited for Bears season. Excited for Bears football. I think there's 100% a world where week 18, Minnesota, Chicago is your primetime game that decides a top 2 seed in the NFC and the NFC North. Which means Wednesday is going to be fun because we are handicapping the market's first and second choice in this division, who I think should be 3rd and 4th. So
I think it's
going to be fun.
All a big mess. Yes, we will be back Wednesday. We will do, in this order, the Green Bay Packers and the Motor City Kitties. Detroit. It's a hell of a week, and it's the final Rocket Mortgage Open in Detroit this week.
AJ had it. Edwards had a pick 6 of Purdy, first touchdown scored.
Sorry. Yeah, if you're a Packers fan, hopefully you're safe. Jesus, I just saw some pictures of that. They got tornadoed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Appleton, that's like where you stay when you go to a Packers game. It's the next town over.
Damn, they can't catch a break.
No. All right. Well, on that bummer note, sorry to bum you guys out, but yes, we will talk a little Green Bay Packers on Wednesday. We'll be back. So hit the thumbs up, sign up for the circuit contest, follow us on Twitter. You know what? Call your brother, call your mom, call somebody, say hi to them because football's starting. And you're not gonna have time for that shit. Get stuff out of the way. Yeah. Clean out the garage.